tell you a bit more about that once we've left Long Compton, but remember that sign, and I'll give you a clue. It's to do with Royal Mail, okay? Now this is Long Compton coming up. So Long Compton is officially in the Cotswolds, guys. This is the main road through, and the locals drive along it like absolute lunatics, very, very fast. But here you've got typical Cotswold cottages. So the stone is local limestone. You've got the thatched roofs on most of them as well. This building coming up was built in the 1700s, and there's a little plaque on the side of it that tells you when it was built. These thatched roofs, by the way, they're straw thatch, and straw thatch needs to be replaced about every 25 years or so. So every 25 years the owners of those houses have to fork out about £30,000 to have the roof replaced. The holes in the side of that building on the left, that's called a dovecote, and I'll tell you more about that soon. The church here with the yew tree hedges, those hedges are hundreds of years old. No one knows exactly how old. And this little building on the edge is called a lich gate. So a lich gate. I'll explain about the lich gate and the dovecote as we continue. Now first up, the dovecote. So there was the holes in the side of the building. So that's basically in a converted barn, so in a converted outbuilding of an old farm. And the dovecote would have basically just been used as a source of cheap, readily available meat for the occupants of the farm. They would have fed the pigeons that lived there, and the pigeons would have gone out and fed themselves during the day and come back for their supper in the evening and roosted in the dovecote. And whenever the house wanted some pigeon to make pigeon pie, they would go out into the barn and they would just take a pigeon. Done. As far as the lich gate goes, that lich gate was all that's left of what was a terrace that ran along that side of the graveyard, a terrace of cottages that people used to live in. At one point, a family of 7 lived in that tiny little gatehouse building that you passed earlier. Now, it is it's a very, very, very small museum. It is owned and operated by the National Trust, but it's only ever really open about 3 or 4 days a year. That is, of course, because there's nothing much inside it to see. But it's historical enough that it's going to be preserved forever, hopefully, or as long as they can, certainly.